Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, traders from across the globe, and welcome to the 1053rd edition of Short-Term Trading Live with Oscar Carboni, and that would be me. Traders, there's 1052 other educational videos just like this one that are geared to teach you the art of technical analysis and how to apply that art to trading going forward. This video is being filmed on Tuesday for Trading Wednesday. That is July 31st, 2013. And don't forget, it is FOMC Day, Federal Open Market Committee. It is Fed Day. Traders, do you remember this chart? This very same chart I put before your eyes in a video one night ago. And I said, hey, we have a Tuesday, Wednesday FOMC Fed meeting. Look at the bear flag forming just on time for the drop. Well, I think now, once the Fed speaks, we get our move out of that flag. This should happen. We are expecting some sort of a down move to come tomorrow after the Fed makes its announcement. So then at that point, I'm assuming, thank you, charts. I never assume anything. I take it off the chart. But because the chart looks this way, I'm assuming that this bear flag means we're going lower, and Omni is certainly pointing down right now. So that's your chart for the bond market. Remember, 7 bear flags in a row. This one right before a Fed meeting, leading right into a Fed meeting, FOMC day. I say they crack this thing tomorrow. Of course, you put your stops in. Never accept anybody's analysis without doing your own. And know that, analysis is not foolproof, but it sure does work well. Omni's been on quite the run lately. Okay, we know that futures trading is extremely risky and can cause substantial financial loss. We should know, if you don't know, that futures trading is certainly not suitable for all trading accounts. Let's go look at something else very interesting, traders. The Nasdaq and Omni has flipped its arrow. Yes, baby, right back into a green arrow for Wednesday night. For Tuesday night through Wednesday, we have a green Omni arrow. The Omni is already out there, and we are absolutely looking to get long this S&P and or Nasdaq. I think the Nasdaq looks like a better candidate, and that's why it is before your eyes. So this is what I consider a bull flag, the same bull flag I showed you in a video a few days back. And I said this could very well be a big bull flag breakout. We will let it see if it holds the blue support line. We're good. It has held the blue support line. We have a flag projection for you. Conservative projection from the flag is 31.19 Nasdaq. And a more aggressive projection is 31.47, expected within a day or two, if not tomorrow. Thank you to the bull flag breakout in the Nasdaq. Here it is again, a little closer up for you. Bull flag breakout and your projections. Traders, that's on the daily Nasdaq. Weekly. Look at the weekly Nasdaq. Look at this thing go on the weekly, staying inside of this, or I was going to say yellow, but this purple parallel channel, staying inside of the purple parallel channel. You got to love that. If you look at this resistance line, this is a very strong weekly resistance line. I'm going to darken it in for you. This resistance line has been breached by the Nasdaq, came back down to it, held, and is now rallying out. And if you recall, I drew this up for you just a few days ago and said this would be our next F flag forming, and that is exactly what is going on here. So bravo, Nasdaq on the daily and the weekly. I think Nasdaq is leading right now. I think Nasdaq is pointing higher, and I think we should be getting long. Thank you to the Omni signal this evening for the Nasdaq trade. Now, one other market, you should really like this one. Traders, a great piece of analysis here. Check this out. How about this, traders? Look at this crude oil. What a great double top call. Remember this call? Woohoo! The double top in crude. I showed you the chart last week, and I said, look, when we see a double top on a weekly, we sell a double top. This has occurred so far this week. We are expecting even lower. The Omni is expecting to sell again this evening if possible. Traders, that's what I wanted you to see. Remember, we are now looking for the upside in U.S. indices, the downside in crude, and most likely the downside in bonds on Wednesday. that would be probably taking place around the time, if not after, the FOMC meeting is over. A lot of muted markets seem to take place. A lot of nothingness seems to happen before the Fed meeting, and then of course it goes chaotic after the Fed makes its announcement. Now, I don't think there's much of a surprise what the Fed is going to say, but you do have an ECB meeting this week. You have a BOE meeting this week. Europe is not in the same financial shape as the US, so you never know what those leaders are going to say. That could really rock these markets. Be careful, have your stops in, count on Ben Bernanke to push the markets up, but we never know what Europe's ECB meeting will do on Thursday and Friday. Traders, thank you so much for coming to my 1053rd video. I hope these videos are helping to keep you in tune with markets moving forward, and I hope these are helping to make you a better technical analyst. Remember, come on down to livewithoscar.com. Come into my free trading room and allow me to help you understand the markets and the charts the way I have learned in my 31 years in this industry. Always remember, keep your emotions out of trading. One of the best things you can do to help yourselves with that is say this to yourselves every morning, every afternoon, and every evening, and you know what that is. Stops are in. Emotions are out. Traders, thank you so much, and I'll see you at livewithoscar.com.